Hey there, happy Sunday. I'm going live because I just kind of figured out something, or you know, I have to practice at it, but I found something that I can do, and so I just wanted to share some things. One, I discovered how I can embed an image in from my screen and using Restream, and which was something I wanted to do because I also what led to this was something that I wanted to do and show in a video is how I generate a palette in the Coolors website, which let me put the link in chat so that people can see that. I've been using this, kind of, playing around with it for many months. Um, I purchased a subscription, a yearly subscription for it this morning because I guess if you want to generate more than 5 colors in a palette or something like that, you had to be Coolers Pro rather than just using the free app. But I've used this up until now just as a free app, and it was enough for me. But what happened this morning was that I wanted to generate the palette for that I had already, in the absent-minded way I color and pick colors for this page. And I'm wondering, can I move this? I guess I can't. Okay, I was hoping I could move the location of the palette so you can see the palette and the page, but I can't. Oh, wait a minute, I can. I can do it with this. Um, yeah, okay. Trying to figure all this stuff out. Can I make them? No. Okay, there we go. Sorry about my lighting. It's kind of wonky this morning. So I wanted to show how I do that. And so I'm gonna kind of clunky my way, clod my way through this process online. Um, so I generated this palette. I just looked at because I'm trying to figure out how to complete this whip, and I was like, I have no idea where to go. Um, Logically, I would say don't add any colors to it, but it was all jumbled up in my head, and looking at it, I just didn't know what to do with it. So I decided to generate the colors that represent, the colors in this picture. So I could kind of get like an overall view of like what did I use, how do they look together. Um, and actually, when I look at this image of it, I really like it. I like that combination. Okay, this color might be a little bit off, but like I'm not going to worry about it too much. Um, or that might be a lead to tell me like maybe I should make my gold a little more green. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I got the colors as close as I possibly could to what I used in the palette, in the picture. So I saved this under Mythographic Aviary page 5 so that I would always know this was the palette I used for this coloring page. Go back to here. Um, so, um, as I was looking, because this is a nice orderly way for me to think about my coloring when I like pick it up after, I'm at work all day or whatever, come home, I want to color. I can quickly like look at this and say, okay, this is what I'm working with. Let me get those pencils that are that color and then start coloring. Um, so, and also I like this because if I like the palette, like the colors that I used in a page that I've colored, if I generate the colors in the Coolers palette and save it, then and save it under the page name, I can go back to that palette and um, do another page in those same colors. Um, and another benefit to that as well is having this saved, this palette saved, is that each color has a letter, has a number. So if there's one that I like and one that I don't like, I could actually go and create a new palette, starting with the numbers that I like in here, and plug those in, and then I can generate the other colors to fit with that palette. Because if you see, like, there's little locks on these colors, that means I've locked in that color, and so when I press the space bar, those colors aren't going to change. The only colors that are going to change are the ones that I don't have locked down. So I don't know why, but this for some reason this works for me, and so let's switch that. So what I would like to do, because that's one of the things that have been confounding me with finishing my whips, is, well, what colors do I use? And I kind of like to go with my, I don't know, my subconscious or whatever, or instinct, rather than to, copy off of someone else. So I looked at this this picture, which is almost done. And I really love the colors in it. When I look at it offhand, trying to, like, just with my eye, if I were trying to color another page using these colors, I probably would just get really frustrated trying to do that. So I thought about, well, then maybe I should generate a palette for every page that I like the colors in, because that will help me, probably help me with some pages that I'm stumped with. So that's one thing that I'm going to do today. I may do it live, I may not, because there's a whole lot of colors in here. But so let's see. And also with my issue with trying to figure out what to do with backgrounds, it might help with that too. That's a big issue with this one. I don't know where to go with this one. This one that I've been having a lot of trouble with, I don't know where to go with it. It might help me with this one as well. That one's done. I always say that. This one's done. I just like it the way it is. I might do, some blingage, subtle blingage in here, but yeah, I like that one. So I think, yeah, so that's, I'm going to try and see. Maybe I should just keep this short. I don't know. And how long have I been on? 8 minutes? So let's see. See how I can do this. So I'm trying to figure out two technical things at once, which is kind of weird. I want to see if this is going to change the color. Now, something that I can do in here with this palette as well is I can export, right there, I can export this palette, and then it comes out with and I exported it as a PDF, and I don't think you can do that if you don't have the paid subscription. And by the way, the paid subscription is $3 a month. It calculates to $3 a month, but it's like $36 a year. That's it. And I thought, okay, for as much as I think I'm going to be using this, $36 a year is like no biggie. And for how much I think it's going to help me with picking out colors when I color, whenever I get stumped. Because my tendency when I color is I just go in with the color. I just start coloring with no palette in mind. I just pick things and put them in there. But then there comes a point where I'm like, I don't know what to do next. And sometimes it could be after I've done like 3 colors. It could be after I've done 5 colors in a coloring page, where I get to that point where I'm like, now I don't know what to do. So that's how I've been using lately. Sometimes is how I use this colors is by plugging in the colors I already have, and then locking those colors in, and then leaving the other bars here, the other palette um, options unlocked, so that when I press the space bar, it'll search for colors for me. Um, so, trying to figure out if I should actually do. Oops, what did I do? Did that work? Oh, maybe my computer's starting to act weird. Uh oh, uh oh. Okay, there we go. What wants to update? Don't mess up on me now. I think let me exit this stuff because it might give me trouble. Hopefully not. I hope I could get like a. Yeah, it has to update. Okay. So let's see. I could do it with an easy one. I don't know. Is this easy? Easier? Ooh, child, there's so much going on in this one. I am going to color on my mandala tomorrow, so maybe I should do that because that'll be preparation for tomorrow. Although this is really busy, this one. But I think, yeah, I'm going to do it with, let me see if this changes when I, create a new palette. I have this saved, so let me see if it shows that. Yeah, okay, so now you can see this is where I have all my saved palettes here. I click the button there and it shows all the palettes that I've saved. So now what I'm going to do is, because I have this one saved with the graphic aviary page, this is the one I started with when I was working this morning. I did this one, oh, second one here. Wait a minute, no. Oh, they look similar. What did I save it twice? Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna unlock these. I'm gonna get rid of a couple because I don't want that many. Let's see if I can keep it simple. Well, first I have to see how many colors I have in the um, in there already. Okay, I'm gonna pull out this live stream page just so I can. Let me see. Let me get rid of that. Create a palette. Okay. So I'm gonna unlock all of these. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna go to the main page again. Go all the way to the main page. And then make a palette. I'm going to click start the generator. You can also do explore trending palettes. I'll just press it just because I can. And that shows some palettes. It sometimes gives you an idea. Sometimes you might, when you see the generating palettes, you might see a color like, oh, yeah, that's the color I want to build on. And so you pick it. You see there, like when you highlight the number, it shows the color name or number or whatever you call it. Notice this says copy to clipboard, but I'm not sure, I'm not sure how to pull that down, but I'm sure there's a way to include that just by using your clipboard. So I'm going to generate a palette on this page, which is probably the one I'm going to work on tomorrow, unless I get some a special like feeling to like continue on this on camera, because there's some problem solving I need to do in here that I'm not so sure I want to do on camera. I might not be able to think about being, on camera and solving the problem at the same time. I'm not so good like that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the main page, and I'm going to start the generator. And I swear I would go on this thing just to play. So it automatically comes up with a palette. It just is like that. And notice these are all unlocked. I just kind of look to see if any of these colors that are here are like what I'm coloring, because I'm going to lock down any one of them that may be like what I'm coloring. So I'm going to lock this one because this looks similar. This is not anything I really feel attracted to. So I could lock down other colors that I feel like, oh yeah, I don't have that color there, but I might want to use it, but I don't really have any special feeling for any of these colors. So I'm going to lock this one down. I don't know if it lets me move it. Maybe not. So now I'm going to press the space bar. I'm going to see what comes up. Press the space bar on your keyboard. Okay, so it changed every color except the one that I locked down, which is what I want to happen. There's a green, but it's not quite the same green. Something I can do in here, and unless I do something that you can only use in the paid version. Well, while everything I'm doing here is what you can do in the free version, if there's something that you can only do in the paid version, I'm going to tell you. So, is there anything close to what I have? Not really. Well, I don't know. Green kind of might be. I could keep that here. I'm going to lock it for now because it's kind of close, but not quite. Okay, so now I'm going to press my spacebar again, and I have this lockdown and this lockdown. I'm going to press my spacebar, see what comes up. I kind of like that purple, but I use an awful lot of purple. I want to do something different, so again, don't want to go that route. Okay, this is kind of close to the green that I have in here, so I'm going to lock that one down. Don't care for these two colors. So I'm going to press the spacebar again. So now I have 3 colors locked down. This one, and this one. Spacebar. It's somewhat interesting, like this color. It's kind of a mood. I kind of like that. But Okay, so now I think I'm actually going to I'm going to add a color. And like I said, I think um, at this point, like you can only lock down a color. You can only lock down one, two. I think you can only lock down 4 or 5 colors. When you go beyond that, it's the paid version. So I'm going to add, oh, that's interesting. Oh, I wonder, okay, so when I go next to a color, okay, so when you go next to a color and add the plus sign, it adds something that's in that area that of that hue. I'm going to get rid of that one if you see how I X that out. I actually want to add one next to, okay, next to this blue. I'm going to add a few. And this is something, all these ones I'm adding, you can't do that you can't lock down these colors in the free version. And you may not even be able to generate as many as that in the free version. Something else you can do in here is like look at the hue. And that's what I'm going to do with this because I'm not getting the blue that I want that's in here. I'm going to actually look for something that's close to it and add that. Okay, so now I have that. I'm going to lock that down. Kind of looking at the palette that this has to see like, how do I feel about this? It's very muted, but I kind of like it. I really do kind of like this. It's very different from the first one. And a lot of times that's what I like to do. I like to change the colors I use and just not get used to one particular palette. Just, for one thing, it helps you use up all your pencils. It's a bonus. I have to say, I really kind of like this one. So I'm going to lock all of these down and save this. And this is going to be the palette that I use um, for this mandala tomorrow. So I locked them down. And if you have like only, what is it? I actually can look and see. I'm going to click the save and I'm going to show you a few things with it. Um, oh, maybe I can't show you right now. I'll be able to show you afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to save this. And if you notice here, my quick fill shows other palettes that I've saved. Um, and what is this? Name of the book. Flower mandalas. And it's by Creative Pages. So I'm just going to put CP. And this is page 2. Oops. Page 2. And I can give it tags. And I think you can do this in the either version. So, but this is the first day that I have put tags in there. So that's why I'm saying, like, mentioning that because, like, I'm not sure because I just started doing the tag thing today. Because I thought, well, heck, if I can search colors with a tag, then, like, say if I put in mandalas, I'm coloring a mandala in a different book, and I want to see what I've used in other mandalas, then maybe it'll search for all my mandala palettes. I don't know how many palettes this allows you to have under either version. I'm not sure, but let's see. I don't know if I need any other tag. I think that's enough. Oh, I could do flowers. Okay. So I'm going to save it. So now I have, it says palette saved successfully. And let's see. I can export this, and let's see how this works. Export as PDF, URL. I can share the link. Wonder how that works. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, it doesn't do what I thought it would do. Um, I don't know. These are some kind of coding things. Oh my gosh, you can share the code for it. You can embed it, share it to Facebook, share it to Twitter, whatever. Um, I usually save them as PDFs. Not that I can ever print them. Oh shucks. Okay. Flower mandalas. Did I spell that right? Mandalas. Okay. CP page 2. I'm gonna export. I don't know what all these are, but like I'm not gonna go there right now. Usually I don't do it until I find something useful to me. Okay, I want to show you how this looks when you download the palette. Okay, and I'm also learning how to work this sharing the pictures. So this is how it looks when you share the palette, or when you save the palette. It shows up like these kind of cards, kind of like how you find when you go buy paint in the store. So now I have a PDF of this. So whenever I sit down to color, um, if I don't have an internet connection for any reason, I can at least just go on my computer, pull up this file, and color to this. I'm gonna go back to the. But I like how these look. For some reason, I love how they look like this. It's like the amount of space they are, how close they are together. I feel like, in the generator helps me see the colors really like, juxtaposed to each other, and to tell like how is it going to look on a page with these colors being right next to each other. So um so that is my little kind of tutorial or whatever on Color's website, the Color's palette generator. Link is in the chat, and I will also put the link in the description box. And no, I'm not getting paid for sharing this. I'm just sharing this because I find it useful, and it might be useful to some of you. Um, it took a while for me to figure out if this was going to be useful to me, and now at the point I am in my coloring books and adult coloring, now I'm seeing where it is really useful. So I'm going to put it to use. So one of the things I'm going to do today is actually to um, generate a palette for this page, the page I started with. You know what? And I actually should probably generate one for this because I'm having trouble. Um, how do you get rid of the other page? I can't remember. No. How do I switch? How do I switch? Oh, let me do stop sharing. There we go. Is to use do it for this page because I'm having trouble with this one. But I think the first thing I'm going to do is to um, create a palette, save a palette of this, generate and create, save a palette for this one. What's this? Send a note in here. Put down. That was a note for something. I don't know. I'm so bad with. Anyway, yeah. So that's my tasks and what I'm going to do for today, besides color and do other stuff. So I hope this was helpful for you, and thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye bye.